Hi everyone, and thank you so much for subscribing and following this journey. I really appreciate it. I actually shared another video where I have shown some of the food that I've been eating throughout this whole journey and also the weight loss that I've achieved so far. So in that video, I have shared that I was 82 kg and I am now 71.3 kg. So that's a total weight loss of 10.7 kilograms, which is a huge achievement for me. This is the sort of weight loss that I've been dreaming of for a very, very long time. I'm still not where I want to be. And just for clarity, my height is approximately 5'4", 5'5", and again, someone who is that height really should not be weighing 82 kg. So that's why I have been overweight for quite some time, and 10.7 for me is a massive, massive achievement, which I'm really, really happy about. Now, to be very honest with you, and again, I want to be transparent, I am not type 2 diabetic. Now, in the UK, this medicine is for people that have type 2 diabetes. Now, if you recall in some of my earlier videos, I did explain that this was bought in a different country where you do not need to have type 2 diabetes in order to be prescribed this or in order to buy this. So that's what I've done. Now, in my case, I have used it purely for weight loss purposes and to help suppress my crazy appetite that I had for so long. So that's, again, just a reminder as to why I'm using Rybelsus. And again, by no means am I here trying to promote this product, but or this medicine, but I'm just sharing my journey. Now, I took Rybelsus. The first tablet I ever took was in November, towards the end of November. And I have shared some earlier videos of the things that I experienced and all the side effects. Now, since then, I'll be very honest with you, it has not been consistent. I have not been taking Rybelsus every single day. I have not had a structured plan around when to take it, which I'm not necessarily saying that I recommend. It probably is better to structure how you're going to take your tablets. And of course, if you're taking Rybelsus as a prescription from your doctor for diabetes, well, then that's a completely different matter and you probably have different instructions to follow. But if you're like me and you're just taking it for weight loss purposes, then I guess you have a little bit more freedom in terms of, how often you take the pill. So for me, it's been quite sporadic. I haven't finished all my tablets. And just to give you an example, so when I took Rybelsus in November, I had a gap, and then I took it on the 26th of December 2024, and then I didn't take it all the way until the 16th of January 2025. And then I took it on the 16th of Jan, 17th, 18th, and the 19th. After taking it 4 days in a row, I stopped. I stopped on the 20th and I stopped on the 21st. And then I took it again on the 22nd of January and I stopped. And the reason why I stopped was because I noticed, and again, this is a side effect, I did notice some changes in my period, which I naturally got a bit concerned. And that's when I stopped it, to allow my natural period to just do what it needs to do. So I took a break then. And again, the side effects with the period, that's something I realized later on. And it's not been that consistent, the side effects that I've experienced there. It's sort of been a little bit of spotting, although there was a month where I had 2 periods, which was very strange. And I knew it was because of Rybelsus, because there was nothing else that I was taking. And truthfully, that was a little bit concerning. And again, I took a break. So, but again, with all medication, there's going to be side effects. Nothing is ever going to perfectly align with the natural flow of your body. Things are going to take time. So it didn't put me off, but I certainly did take a break. Now, just to give you another idea, so I allowed for my period to finish and then I took it again on the 30th of January. and I remember feeling a lot of nausea. Remember, I've made notes of how I've been feeling. So when I say I remember, it's more that I'm looking back at the notes that I've written. And I think this nausea must have been very severe that I decided not to take it again. So then I didn't take it. After the 30th of January, I didn't take it until the 18th of Feb. And on the 18th of Feb and the 19th of Feb, I took the pill. And then I stopped and I took it again on the 23rd of Feb, and then again on the 7th of March, and then the 8th of March, and then the 10th of March, and so on. So I'm not going to bore you with all the details of what dates I've taken it and what dates I haven't. But in other words, I'm just trying to show to you that I've not really been that organized with it. I've not been taking it every day. I've not needed to take the whole thing. And yes, it's trial and error. I don't actually know if what I'm doing is necessarily the right thing or not, but I've also been listening to my body. The side effects of Rybelsus, in terms of the good side effects, the side effects that we want, which is, feeling fuller for longer and suppressing the cravings and not overeating, they last a very long time. Even when I take one pill and I don't take the pill for 2 weeks after, I still feel full. I don't feel as hungry. I think my digestion does still slow down. So the side effects are there. But that being said, I have made a conscious effort to eat healthy. I have made a conscious effort to make better decisions. Now, when I say healthy, I don't mean that I've been eating broccoli and chicken every single day. No, I have been wining and dining and going out with my friends and family, and I have been enjoying my food at restaurants. I have truthfully been taking this so slow. Now, in my previous video where I showed that I was 82 kg, that video was taken in May. So that was my weight in May. I didn't go on Rybelsus in May, but it was then when I really realized I'm just not happy with the weight that I'm at the moment, and I just don't feel content within myself. And then when I came across Rybelsus in November, that's truly when the journey started. But again, just because the video's 82 kg from May doesn't mean that that's not the weight that I was in November. I was the same weight then. So for me, I've taken the pill as and when I felt like I needed to take it. I've sort of listened to my body and followed that instead of the instructions that are provided. So I think you just have to listen to your body, or if you've been prescribed this medication, then follow the instructions of your doctor and find a way that suits you the most. But I just didn't feel that I needed to take this every single day. So that's why I've not taken it in a structured manner like that. So I don't think Rybelsus works if you're going to carry on eating the same old junk food or the high calorific food that you ate before. Overall, I have been watching what I eat. I've been making sure that I make better decisions, as I've been saying. I've also been going to the gym more, and I've been walking more. I've not been killing myself. So when I say I've been going to the gym, I'm not talking doing crazy HIIT workouts and going 7 days a week and doing a bunch of crazy classes. And no, that's not what I've been doing. What I have been incorporating is a little bit more cardio. And by cardio, I mean just gentle hill walking whilst watching a program on my phone and using that to kill the time, because going on the treadmill is probably one of the most boring things ever. But on average, I've been going on the treadmill for 30 to 60 minutes and trying to find a way to distract myself. And actually, another really good tip is that I make a lot of my phone calls whilst I'm on the treadmill. I call friends and I call family, and that makes the time go by. So that's one way that I get my steps in, and just in general, walking around London a little bit more. And another thing that I've been doing is also, without intention, but I have also been intermittent fasting. it's not been timed, it's not been planned, but when I look back at the decisions I've been making, there has been an element of intermittent fasting. For me, that's just come natural because I've just chosen to eat less food. Whereas you could actually use intermittent fasting to try to lose weight around that whilst taking Rybelsus and also eating healthy during the times that you can eat. So that doesn't mean that you can go to McDonald's or go eat pizza during the time that you're not fasting. The whole point is that this medication works very, very well with food that is not greasy, that's not heavy, that's not going to stay in your stomach for a long time, and that's low calories and light to eat. You don't want to eat foods that are really heavy and are going to give you discomfort. What you want to do is eat light foods, vegetables, salads. If you're going to have some bread, don't have 5 or 6 slices, have one, maximum 2, and that's it. If you're going to have potatoes, don't go overboard and have a bunch. If you're going to have some chips or crisps or anything like that, don't go crazy. Allow yourself a small portion. At the end of the day, if you're trying to lose weight, you're going to have to make changes to your diet. And again, with Rybelsus, your appetite is suppressed anyways, so those decisions should come a lot easier. So overall, that is what has helped me in my journey. And I'm currently not taking Rybelsus right now. However, it's there, and when I do need to take it, I will. So if that's tomorrow or if that's a week, I will take a Rybelsus pill if I need to. And I have continued to stay on 7 milligrams. I did not take 3 milligrams. I tried it, it made no difference, and I'm not going to take 14. 7 milligrams is more than enough for me. Now, I hope my video was helpful, and I don't know if it will help if I make a video that shows step by step the foods that I've been eating or what I've been avoiding. Again, I'm happy to make any sort of video that would be helpful to you. So just let me know in the comments. Again, thank you so much for watching.